Year 6 English for Friday the 15th of May. The learning objective is I can write a coherent story.
Hi Year 6, welcome to Friday's English. Today was meant to be your end of SATs week big breakfast to celebrate all your achievements. You haven't been able to take your SATs, but we are still really proud of you and there's lots to celebrate. So do take those photos of yourselves enjoying your breakfast and send them through to us so we can put them together.
So for today's English, you're going to write your animal story that you planned yesterday. First, read back through your plan and check it makes sense. Are there any parts where you need to change your plan or maybe to add in some detail to make your story flow well? Your learning objective is to write a coherent story. Cohesion is all about making sure your writing is well structured and that the ideas are linked together. One way that you can build cohesion in your writing is by thinking about the sentence starters that you're including. To do this, you could use adverbials such as these adverbials of time, things like at first, before long, or soon after that. As well as adverbials of time, you could use other adverbials to show how you're feeling or what you're doing. For example, feeling nervous, I, or looking around carefully, I. Another option for building cohesion in your writing is to think about the conjunctions that you're using to link sentences together. Try to use a range of different conjunctions, words like however, unfortunately, or although. Another thing to think about when you're checking that your writing is coherent is tense. For your writing today, you should mostly be using past tense. I went, I saw, I watched, I noticed. As you write, check to make sure you're using tense consistently, so you have the same tense all the way through your piece of writing. The way you use pronouns can also help your writing flow. For example, my dad stretched lazily, my dad whisked his tail to keep away the flies is quite tricky to read. It flows much better if I write, my dad stretched lazily, he whisked his tail to keep away the flies. Even better, you could think about the punctuation that we've been practicing and join two linked sentences using a semicolon. My dad stretched lazily. He whisked his tail to keep away the flies. When you're ready, use your draft opening from yesterday to start your writing. You can change it a bit if you need to. Give yourself about half an hour to write to start with. Once you've written for about half an hour, stop and read back through your work. You should be about halfway through your story. If you find that you've nearly finished your story, think about where you could add more detail and description. If you've only just started writing your story, then think about how you can use a bit less detail and try to move your story on. Now finish writing your story. When you're done, remember to read back through it to check and edit. Even better, read your story to someone else. You could read it to someone in your family or to a friend over Zoom or FaceTime. Check and edit as you go. We'd love to read your stories, so send them through if you can.